the attacks on, being able to express yourself culturally. But the deeper issue is the attacks on women's bodies. We don't talk a lot about how misogyny and patriarchy are the bedwenches of white power. That under a white dominated society, white male dominated society, African women bear the brunt of the oppression, especially against women. African girls bear the brunt of the, of that oppression. And the way it plays out is us not even having a right to our own bodies, us not even having a right to control our own bodies. And the hair is not seen as something separate from that. I know every African woman in here has had an experience with white folks where white people are somehow, for some reason, made uncomfortable by our hair. Isn't that something? Or feel like they have a right to pet our hair or touch our hair or what have you. And this is a deeper part of us not having a right to our own bodies. And so for them to attack African young girls, right now, y'all are waging a campaign about head wraps, but there were laws right here in this country where Black women were demanded by law to wear their hair wrapped up because it was seen as something that would attract the attention of white men. So any different period of time, our hair has been seen. We haven't understood it historically, but our hair is a question of a statement of our power. It's a statement of our confidence. That's why Native Americans were always shaved. You understand? That's why this thing is happening in Europe right now, where these Arab women are being made to leave the beaches because they wear, head wraps to the beach. African women of color are being systemically attacked. The hair is just one part of this whole system of white power, and it plays out as misogyny and dominance over our bodies. So I just think that what these young women are doing is amazing. I think that now is the time for African women to lead, and especially African young women, teenagers. Is really powerful. I got goosebumps when the sister made her presentation. I think it's right on.
Uhuru. That was a lot said. I just want to say, I really unite with some of the things you said, and that, there is a war being waged against, African women, but also against African people as a whole. And, we understand that that these officers and these administrators feel like they can enforce this power really because, patriarchy and all that other kind of stuff all ties into colonialism, because the main problem that we're dealing with and that we're facing is colonialism. And, I just wanted to make that kind of explicitly clear that I'm not fighting patriarchy. I'm not fighting, white privilege, or anything like that. I'm fighting colonialism, because then all these other things stem out of colonialism and then cause the problems that we have and experience right now. So, also, I wanted to say that, this specific campaign around the head wraps, attacking African culture and things like that, which is really important to me, because head wraps have been a part of African culture for a very, very long time, even back to the continent, and even coming back here, like when we were stolen and brought here on Africa. I meant stolen and brought here back, stolen to this land and brought here. Yeah. I got a little tongue tied. But yeah, even though they tried to strip us of our culture and everything like that, we still held on to those head wraps. Even though when we were working on the plantation, we still was wrapping our hair. And we've been wrapping our hair since day one. And that's a key component of our culture. And, it didn't just start from when we were being told to, wrap our hair to hide our hair from it attracting white males. So I just kind of wanted to make that clear.
So we have Yebu and Samila. They have a question.
My question is, I don't understand how little girls get their hair cut off and they get abused just because how their hair is made. It's not fair to black people getting abused because of their hair. And I don't understand why is this happening.
come to the front. Come, Smiler, come right here. Come right here. Go right in front of there. Because we can't see y'all at all.
Hello, my name is Samila, and I can't understand why the little kids cannot wear headbands.
That's a great question, my little comrades. Round of applause for these brave girls. And the answer is because African people are not free yet. And when we have a revolution, and when we have a revolution, you will have the freedom to be 100% African you. Uhuru? And that's why we meet here every Sunday, to make sure that that goes away, that no one will be able to cut your hair. No one will be able to tell you you can't wear your hair naturally and wear a head wrap. And guess what? We are winning. Uhuru! We are winning. Uhuru! Uhuru! All right, Uhuru. Tequila?
For only unite with everything that was just said, and it's not going to change until we are free. That's why we have to fight, and that's why we have to bring our mommies and our daddies and our cousins and our uncles and our brothers and everybody. We got to bring them. We got to make them fight. We got to make them fight for you, and that's why. But that's why we're also forwarding this campaign, so you can take this back to your school. And you can say, "I'm gonna wear my head wrap anyway," and you can tell Becky what God told you to tell Becky. Girl, and I also wanted to touch base on the question from the sister earlier, and just unite with what Lee put forth as well, of how, this campaign, and also Chimaranga said it, it's a very important campaign because it encompasses so much. It's not just a thing of, let us wear our head wraps and there's no empty, we have a trajectory and we have a plan for this head wrap, and it's just one small thing to a much broader aspect, and that goes to Black community control of schools. So it's not just, head wraps, but it's so much more. It's this cultural revolution we're trying to wage. And I want to say that we do in the movement recognize the special oppression of African women. And we also have our point, the 14-point platform that addresses and what we demand for African women, because we recognize the special oppression. But like Comrade Reed said, that special oppression, that white male patriarchy, all of that comes from colonialism, and that white women are not innocent in our genocide, in our oppression, and that they are just as responsible. Yeah. And it's those white women who come to us and approach us about our hair and everything like that. So we can't forget them. We can't forget them. And we have neo-colonial women at the school who told Jelani to take her head wrap off. We have neo-colonial sellout officer women who told and intimidated Jelani to take her head wrap off. So we can't excuse them, but we do in the movement just want to say recognize the special oppression of African women, but to overturn all of the symptoms of colonialism, you have to address the root, which is colonialism. You got to fight to overturn colonialism, and that's how you overturn everything. Everything that came out of it. Okay. Sorry, it's very animating when I see it. But yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there. As far as what was said from that sister, but because it's very important, because when we get on that line, we forget to address the class question. We forget to attack, the same women who are attacking us and doing the same thing to us. But and I just also want to say again that this is not just about head wraps, but this is so much more. And this movement, this campaign is going to encompass all of that. So I just wanted to be clear, and I'm really excited for this campaign and really excited for the African National Women's Organization, the leadership of the revolution, African women leading the revolution, African National Women's Organization. So excited for this campaign. Uhuru.
Uhuru. So I just wanted to be clear about the hashtag. It's Black Girls Rap Wednesday, right? Black Girl Rap Wednesday. So when everyone here wears their rap on Wednesday, post a picture on your Twitter or your Facebook or your Instagram with hashtag Black Girls Wear Rap Wednesday. Nope. Black Girls Rap Wednesday, WRAP. Black Girls Rap Wednesday. Everyone got it? Uhuru. Black Girls Rap Wednesday. It's a tongue twister, but it's gonna be branded. It's gonna be good. And we also want like Akile stated, we're gonna be having, and Liu stated, we're gonna have the African men getting involved, being in support and solidarity with this struggle that the African National Women's Organization is leading. We're gonna be creating, the African National Women's Organization is creating buttons for the African men to wear. It's gonna say something like, I support African girls with their head wraps, or I love Black girls with their head wraps. We're gonna have a button like that so that the African young men and boys on campus can wear those buttons in solidarity and support with their African sisters. Uhuru?
Uhuru, because this campaign is also attacking the dress code policy. And so that encompasses all the students, African men, African boys on that campus as well. And we're saying we are unapologetically African. And that means you go on that campus, you sag your pants, you wear your goals, you do all of that. So that, be involved in this campaign, African men, this is extended to you too. Show solidarity with the sisters, wear the buttons, but also don't be afraid to be you, because we also defend and we're attacking this entire dress code policy that attacks and criminalizes African people before we even get on that campus. So I just wanted to say that over.
And if they say that your afro is too high, if the person behind you says they can't see, tell them move they white ass to the side. Uhuru? Any more comments from the crowd, Uhuru? Any more questions around the campaign, Uhuru? Takaya Canyon walking to the stage, Uhuru.
Uhuru, everybody. My question is, how do we get around like doing the raps and wearing dashikis to school when we have a uniform dress code? Like, we can't go out of that. Because I go to Lakewood High School and we have a uniform dress code where we have to wear collared shirts and like khakis to school. So like, how do we go around about wearing head wraps and dashikis and stuff to school?
Uhuru. So as far as y'all would be concerned, I understand that y'all have a modified dress code. So the main thing is about the head wraps, because we weren't told to take our dashikis off, but just the dashiki would have been something extra to encompass all that Africanness that Wednesday. So if the dress code prohibits you from wearing your dashiki, but it's mainly about the head wrap. So you can still wear your head wrap, because there's nothing in the modified dress code that we're mainly focusing on the head wraps, and that's what the main thing is. The dashiki is just something like extra, but wear your wrap. Even that doesn't, just because you have a modified dress code doesn't mean you can't, you feel like you shouldn't be able to wear your head wrap to school. So you can still do that. Come up on the microphone.
Hello, everyone. Uhuru, I'm Sharice. I was going to say for the boys, if they want to be involved, what they can do is they can wear their collar shirts, but wear your dashiki over it. If you want to go to school like my son, he has a modified dress code also, but you can still wear your collared shirt, but wear your dashiki. That way you're not violating the dress code, and you're also embracing your African heritage also.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Just to Takaya's question, I just want to be clear that the school system is part of the state. The state is a coercive body that forces you to do things you don't want to do, and it works in the interests of classes of people. In this instance, it works in the interests of the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie is white. So it's going to always teach you the things that are in the interests of the state. Now, in this instance, the head wrap thing, is against school policy. I want to make it clear that we're going into this thing understanding that they wrote down on a piece of paper that you can't do that. However, these brave comrades have decided that it's worth a fight to make battle against these anti-Black laws. Because slavery was legal, all kinds of rules was legal, lynching was legal. So we have to take a stand as parents, because the school board is not going to just sit back and say this is cool. They're not going to. I can almost guarantee that. So we know it's a hostile system already. So we just have to be ready as parents to stand behind our children. When they make a decision to do the right thing, we got to stand behind them. Instead of just telling them to go always do what the white people tell you every time they tell you something. That's how I see it. But we go in understanding that the rules they have in place are being challenged.
Uhuru, and also really want to unite with what Chimaranga put forth. And like he said, you know, this is a demonstration. This is a protest against those that have been, the laws that have been put forth by you, because we understand that the laws were put there, you know, to serve a purpose. And that was not the purpose for the African community. For you, it was to serve the interests of the bourgeoisie, white people, or, you know, the dominating ruling class. Those are what the interests were to serve. And so, one, you have to recognize that when you go on that campus, you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself, and the whole objective is to get other people to unite in doing it with you. So that means your brother got to start doing it because y'all go to the same school. So y'all need to both go in collectively and start demonstrating, because we saw the power that just Liu and Jelani had when both of them went on campus and they did it together, that they had to step off. But they're going to come back. But that's the point of uniting the people on your campus to what you guys have laid out, this objective of this campaign, and understand that you are breaking quote unquote rule. But we're saying we don't care about that rule. We're going to overturn that rule. We're going to overturn this whole policy. And that's what we're attacking. So understand you are breaking the rules, but also y'all ain't got really nothing to worry about, because y'all daddy is in Tombwe and he will come to that school real quick. But you also have the support of the Uhuru movement, who will protect you, who will demonstrate on that campus for however long we need to make sure that they can't do anything to you. You're not going on that campus alone. They touch one, and we mean that shit. Word.
Uhuru. So are we clear? We breaking rules, y'all. I said we breaking rules, y'all. Uhuru. Uhuru. But we'll understand that these rules are illegitimate. Just like the rules that said it was legal for us to be slaves. Right? Uhuru. So we're about to go to announcements, but before announcements, I'd like to do something, because we have all these, you know, young African children sitting at the front. If y'all can stand up real quick. All of y'all stand up. Stand up real quick. And if y'all can turn around and look at the crowd. All right, crowd, recite after me and be loud so they can hear you, all right? Look at the crowd, don't look at me, girl. I got something to tell you. All right. Say, we love you. Put that fist up while you say it. Say, we love you. Say, there's nothing wrong with you. You are young, gifted, and African. We will fight to defend you because you deserve to be free. We will win. We will win. Uhuru. Uhuru. Now we have an announcement. Black Power 96 would like to make an announcement. Uhuru.
Black Power 96 Radio is the latest project of the African People's Education Movement, an organization created in 1994 that operates programs to defend the human and civil rights of the African community, to address the grave disparities in education, health, and economic development, and to build self-reliance and self-determination for the Black community. Our mission is critical in St. Petersburg, Florida, where 7% of African families on the city's south side live below the poverty level. St. Petersburg Black business districts were destroyed by the construction of I-275 and the Tropicana Dome, and the Black entrepreneurs continue to face discrimination in financing and opportunities. South St. Petersburg has an unemployment rate of 15.8%, more than 3 times the national rate. The Tampa Bay Times recent investigative series called Pinellas County Schools Failure Factories that unfairly suspended Black students at hugely disproportionate rates, failing 95% of African students in the subjects of reading and math. Across the country, Black families bore the brunt of the subprime mortgage scams, and the Black population of St. Petersburg continues to suffer displacement. Half of the households living in poverty do not have internet in the home. These families depend on FM radio for news.
APEDF has made great strides in its mission through programs that serve the community, such as the Tyron Lewis Community Gym, Uhuru Foods and Pies, Uhuru Jiko Commercial Kitchen, Harbor Hall Community Center, Uhuru Furniture Stores, and youth programs like Kids Spit Camp, Uhuru Halloween Haunted House, St. Pete Kids Got Talent, and much more.
Power 96.3 FM, our newest project, is a community-supported radio station that exercises self-determination on the airwaves through Black community control of our own media.
It is the people's radio station. It is first time that Africans have an opportunity to define ourselves, define our own reality. We can play music that we like. You don't have to go through this loop of music that goes around and around where you have corporations.
Professional radio developing audio engineers, administrators, musicians, talk show. Become a supporting member today. Make a one-time donation or become a WBPU 96.3 FM in St. Petersburg, Florida, and streaming world blackpower96.org.
Y'all tune in to Black Power 96.3, man. Headquarters support.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Master Skills, and you see me on 96 Black Power.
No. Uhuru. Yeah. Looks like the internet didn't want to cooperate. So yeah, like was stated earlier, its mission is to play in programs that do encourage us that we are beautiful and that we do have the ability to be whoever we want to be. August has been a very special month for Black Power 96. We still have a goal of 1,607. Encourage everybody in here, everybody watching online, to go to blackpower96.org and donate to help us build our radio station. This is a radio station that's going to allow us to speak to one another, going to allow us to play programs that speak to one another and uplift each other. So again, I just want to encourage everybody to help us reach our goal of $4,000 by donating online at blackpower96.org. And also, if you're interested Black Power 96 as well. And also for our ongoing fundraising campaign, which is Save the Change to Change the Airways. Guys are going to model it for me.
Next, we have Penny Hess to make an announcement. Uhuru.
That works under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party. Our work is to go into the white
nutritional plan and a workout for you to do. So even if you come, like even if you don't know what to do, we got you. It's not us making a whole bunch of money. We're trying to get the Black community of Southside St. Pete healthy. The All People's Tyrone Lewis Community Gym, located on Rose.
To you, Tam, you have an announcement? Come to the mic. Scheme. My African comrade. Here she come. Tammy.
I just have a question about, like, what times can you come out, or are you open?
The gym open Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 12. Then we close, and then we'll back up at 4 and close again at 8. That's Monday through Friday. And Saturday, we're open from 8 to 12 p.m.
Now we have our last announcement. 2 announcements, 1, 2, from Liu and Akile.
So I want to make an important announcement about the 20th anniversary convention that's going to be in Ferguson, Missouri. It is the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement continuing the Black struggle for